So we're still celebrating the soon impending wedding of Ike and Tina. This episode opens up with the group getting ready to go their separate ways. I think the boys are going to do something and the girls are going to do something separate, like bachelorette, fun stuff. And then Brittany is still upset with Jax. Not upset, she's kind of gotten over it, but she still feels some sort of way that he was like crying over his ex-girlfriend in front of her. I would too. Team Brittany for this scene. And then we head over to Ike and Tina. Let me stop, because Tina Turner don't deserve this. Anyway, we head over to Schwartz and Katie's suite, and they had an argument. And you know what? Katie's the worst in this relationship. The absolute worst. I will say this. My lighting is way too bright. I'm just like, I'm serving casket realness. Why? Because my light is too light. Hold on. Let me change it. I think I fixed it. Anyway, Katie is not, she's not innocent in this wretched relationship at all. I do think that Tom Schwartz is more of a victim than anything else. However, I will say this. He knows how to pick her, I was going to say pick her ribs. What is going on with me? I have to start hanging out with people my age. pick at her wounds, or not wounds, but he knows what buttons to push. Yes, Nikki. Finally, Grandma Nikki. He knows what buttons to push. This is why I think that they are, they're the equivalent of a crackhead couple without the actual crack. And I think the crack for them that keeps them together is the toxicity of their relationship. Because, you know, crackheads stay together for decades. And the only time they break up is when they get clean, because that toxic foolishness that was keeping them together is no longer a part of their DNA. And I think this is what's happening with Tom and Katie. They are both addicted to the drama that they bring, because Katie is asleep. Tom can just get up and go on about his business. He gets up and he says, and after he explains it, she was wrong, but it's still just like, Tom, you know how she is, so why would you even go there with her? He gets up, and before he leaves out, he says, hey, I'm about to leave. Do you want to apologize to me because you've been very mean to me? Why would you say that to somebody who's a hothead? You know she's going to like have a reaction to something like that. So Tom is not as innocent as he tries to play on, because I think he's addicted to the drama as well. They're both like addicted to the drama that their relationship brings. And I think they are the type of couple, like I told you before, they're a toxic couple that ruins and destroys every crew. And the only way to survive them is to leave them alone. But I feel like if they ever they'll never go to therapy. They'll never get the help they need, because I feel like if they do get that help, the thrill is gone. Like, that is their thrill, their fights, their arguments, their, you know, drunk text and all. That's them. That's who they are. It's sad, but listen, we all know some couples like that. I'm thinking about one right now. I'm trying not to say too much, but they'd be like, are you talking about me? Yes. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to just be real honest, because I try my best to be nice with a little bit of shade. But the ladies on this show, you were on national TV. You were on a kind of fashion network. You know what I mean? Like, Bravo is like E's trashy cousin. Let's tell the truth for shame the devil. And you guys need to, you need to bring it. You're a part of shows where they bring it. You know, those housewives, they bring it every time. And you're competing with that. You know what I mean? So you guys have to start bringing it. I'm looking at this bridal brunch that the girls have thrown for Katie, and to see them walk up in these Charlotte Russe clearance fashions, I was insulted. You guys could do so much better. I'm pretty sure that there are like up and coming designers who want to like dress you guys for exposure. These Spiegel dresses that I was seeing on these young girls, Katie, what are you wearing? If you don't give your grandmother back her dining room tablecloth, no, this is not acceptable. It's not. It is not. And then Katie had on like these big platform, Buster Brown, Easter Sunday shoes, sis, no. You are on national TV. You have got to bring, I'm sorry, there is a responsibility that you have to bring. Even me, I'm doing my little YouTube show in my living room, but let me tell you something. I do a little beat. I do a little twist. I add a little moisture to these curls. The only time you have ever seen me looking a hot mess was when I was in between doing my hair. And I just, listen, this is black hair. It takes black natural hair. It takes me forever to do it. So sometimes you got to catch me on my off days, but I do my best to bring it. Even when my hair is dry, I do a little beat on the lips or something to throw some glitter on the face. Ladies, get information and get a stylist. It's season, 5 now? It's about time. It's about time. Do it. Where's Fashion Nova? They would love to dress you. They dress every ratchet effort in the U.S. and neighboring counties. Neighboring counties. See, I'm always trying to shade somebody, and I'm always going off the road. Neighboring countries, because this is a country. Nope, I'm not gonna play myself. Then we head on over to the boys and Ariana, who are doing the groomsmen stuff. Bachelor stuff, and this was really sad. I was watching this just like, oh my goodness, Tom, you don't have to do this. He was like already, it was like middle of the day, he was like already drunk, and you know, Jax even said that he thinks he's drinking because, you know, Katie stresses him out, and it was just really, really sad to watch. And then Sandoval like put his bare behind on his face. Men are different. Is this like a white guy thing? Because I just don't know black guys to do this. Like, you cannot put your bare behind on a black man's face. Nope. Back at the Golden Girls brunch, Kristen, what's her name? Sheena. I'm gonna do better, Sheena. I feel like maybe you'll be more interesting next season. Like, I think I just check out on you because it's hard to watch you be a flunky in your 30s. You know what I mean? Like, you understand when like this happens with a teenager because it's just like you're figuring life out. I just feel like when you're older and you're dealing with this, it's just uncomfortable to watch. So that's why I check out. Not that you're not interesting. I think you are, but it's just like, I hate seeing this happen to someone who's just like, to someone who is older who does not know who they are yet. It's just like, you don't have it figured out yet? You don't know the TrueTheBomb.com? Anyway, they start to talk about the issues that Katie is having with Tom, and it all boils back to the fact that he's never admitted or apologized for allegedly cheating on her in Vegas. And to that I say, girl, why are you here? Why are you still getting married to a man, or now married to a man that you have issues with, that you believe that he's cheated on? Why do this to yourself? And you know what? I thought about Tom and Katie's relationship, and I realized that this is a relationship of convenience, and this happens to so many people. And to that I say, guys, you have to travel. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to leave your neighborhood. You have to leave your city. I'm from Philly. Don't nobody leave Philly. We are so prideful of where we're from that, like, when you leave, it's just unheard of. When I left Philly, people were just like, what? You can do everything you want to do here. And that's not the case, but we love Philly so much we don't leave. You have to leave. You have to travel. You have to meet people who don't look like you, who don't think like you, who don't believe the same things that you believe, who are older than you, who are younger than you, who are from different countries. I'm about to say planets. NASA has just discovered a few planets, and some new planets, and I am like geeked. I'm gonna do a review about that later. Anyway, you just have to experience life outside of your comfort zone, because I honestly feel like Tom and Katie, I think there is a love, but I think there is this is a relationship of convenience for the both of them, because they started a relationship within a group of friends. So it's just like, we can't stop the relationship, because if we do, we mess up this dynamic with the friendship. And man, I know so many people like that right now who are like in just convenient relationships because, oh, we went to the same school together. Oh, we went to the same church together. Oh, we grew up together. Oh, we grew up on the same block together. Oh, we worked together. And it's just like, just because somebody is there and in your face all the time does not mean that that is the person you're supposed to spend your life with. Spend your life with someone, if that's what you want to do, spend your life with someone who makes you happy, who makes you want to be a better person, who makes you enjoy seeing the sunset and the sunrise, who makes you happy about life, who you just get butterflies in your stomach every time you see them. That's who you spend your life with. Not with some dude who you think has cheated on you, but you're about to walk down the aisle because it's more convenient for you to be with him to actually break up and find the happiness that you really want. Nah, sis. You still young. You could do it right. Carter gotta go. He really, really does, because he's we cut back to like the bachelor section of this trip, and Carter just starts laying in on Tom about how, first of all, you were new here, and he's bringing up whether Tom did or did not sleep with this girl in Vegas, and he's just like, well, that's why Katie is so upset with you. First of all, Tom was talking to his best friends about a situation with his wife, or his fiance at the moment, and you overheard it. It was not, I am so sick of day players on this show trying to like come for main cast members. Carter got to go. You better stay in your lane, Carter. You are a day player. You are not even supposed to be speaking to the main talent, okay? You're lucky that you're even invited on this trip, because, oh, this is Kristen, third witch in charge, trying to just dig at people in. Like, those girls are not happy. The only thing that brings them joy is sucking the souls of just happy people. They are so miserable, and they like to make everybody else miserable, because Kristen is, I'm going to say it, put her witchly coochie on Carter. Now he's possessed, and he's doing everything that she wants him to do, i.e. being a gun, you know, a shotgun, going after Tom for Katie. And it's just like, Carter got to go. I'm done. I am absolutely done. Him coming at Tom like that. First of all, Tom is drunk, sad, and depressed. And you gonna come at him and bring up something that you don't even need to be knowing. You shouldn't even be discussing. Carter gotta go. Get him a plane ticket back. Get him off this trip. He is doing too much talking for a day player. Getting paid an extra rate, and you over here talking to the main talent. You better sit down, boy. Now, this isn't funny. You know what I mean? But Sandoval, it's so extra. So Tom Schwartz, whose heart is just broken, he starts to cry. He's so miserable. He's so sad. Where is his family? Where is Tom's family? I need to know his backstory. I need to know, why is there nobody who loves him, who's his kin, who will save him? Where's his mother? Is she okay? Why won't you save your son? He's so miserable. He's sitting there drunk at his bachelor party, not because he wants to be, but because he's stressed out by his soon-to-be wife. He's crying. Then Sandoval is affected by that. He starts crying. You deserve better, dude. You deserve better. Oh, God, this is so sad. Oh, why has it... Wait, Tom, your family is doing you dirty. My family would never, I don't care how much I fought them, they would never let me walk down the aisle so miserable. Nah, my family would shut it down. Where is your family at, Schwartz? So Lisa's kitchen staff. Just like a rich person. Kristen orders, do you order a stripper? Gets Katie a stripper in the middle of the day for her bachelorette party. Basic. So, so while the girls are getting a stripper, the guys are getting dressed in drag. No problem with that, but they have to be the ugliest drag queens I've ever seen. And I've seen drag queens who do like ugly drag. They were hideous. Jax, Peter, what were you wearing? Peter! Tom just looked terrible. Tom looked deceased. Oh, don't ever do that again, guys. Don't ever. You were a disgrace to the art of drag. Then the boys go out to a straight bar, because that's what you do when you dress in drag. I'm not even going to touch that. I was just like, really? Okay. Easy for you to do, because you can switch back. Anyway, they get to this bar, and it was just, this scene was so this was the saddest bachelor party I've ever seen. It was just so sad. Tom is just drunk out of his mind, just depressed. The only good thing about this was seeing Jack struggle to pee in a dress. Oh, this bachelor party was tragic. But Ariana and Sandoval had a good time. She was working the mess out of that just entirely because you know Ariana does comedy. While watching this drag debacle, Katie says this, and I'm telling you, homegirl, you dropped some words of wisdom. She said that her and Tom's relationship is, I guess, crazy or something like that. They take their fighting to extremes, but they really do love each other and they make up, and you know it's all good. And she said some people may have a problem with that, but just be happy that it's not your relationship. Girl, you ain't said nothing but a word. I am so thankful to the Lord Jesus Christ that I do not have this sadistic, toxic, schizophrenic, no shade to schizophrenics. I apologize. Psychotic, no shade to psychos. This is a horrible relationship. Thank you. I am very thankful that I do not have it. So Jack's gonna sit there and act like he never done drag before. Okay, sis. Okay. So Kristen pulls Schwartz aside because she's going to get to the bottom of Katie and Schwartz's issues, which is the fact that he cheated allegedly with this girl in Vegas, and she tries to talk to him and he's just like, what are you talking about? And then his confessional, Tom is just like, we were fighting before the chick, so you don't know what you're talking about. And then he gets up with his drink and all, leaves out, turns around and tells Kristen that she's basic. See, it's not just me. Everybody can see that these broads are basic. And then from there, it gets good. So Tom Schwartz was lit, so he was not going to let it go. He walks out, he's calling Kristen all types of basic beats and everything. Then he walks up, and then Sandoval, that's his buddy, so he's following him. And then Kristen comes to like try to finish conversation with Schwartz, and then Carter, day player Carter, comes in, but he's drunk out of his mind. So Kristen is trying to go, but Tom has reached his limit. He looks at her, he said, I will roast you. Or you want to go? You want to go? I will roast you. I was like, what? Then Kristen finally leaves, and then Carter gets in the elevator with the guys and leaves his girl. They're not going to be together long. They're up in the elevator or whatever. Tom is like, that whore, that basic whore. You know, insults are not funny, but it's just Sandoval, Schwartz has reached his limit, and he is going off on Miss Kristen, okay? So then they finally get out of the elevator, and now their ratchet behinds is in the hallway of this fine establishment, still having this argument, and then they're trying to tell Carter, just like, you know the new and improved Kristen. You don't know the whore, Kristen. You don't know all the dudes that she's something. You don't know all the drama that they are just going in. And Carter is drunk, and he's still trying to defend his girlfriend, but it doesn't work. Then they start sharing insults. Carter says that Tom grew up. He said, everybody grows up. You grew up to be sire or C or whatever. Then Tom's like, oh, now he's going for the dick. Jax is in his room scared. He's like, I'm not going out there and getting involved. Brittany is trying to get involved. And he was just like, no, this is 10 years of craziness. You want to go out there and get involved in something you've only been, seen for a year? And I agree with Jax on this one. He was basically saying, Brittany, shut up and stay out. Mind your business. You don't know what's going on here in this situation. Then Stassi is like leaning out. They are so ratchet. This whole show is so ratchet. Stassi is leaning out her door listening. Oh my God, they are so ghetto. You know what? Ghetto is not just the hood. It is middle class people in it too. I mean, I can't believe it. Then Katie comes up, who's not Tequila Katie. She comes up and she tries to talk to Tom, and he calls her a moron or something. I'm telling you, it's the both of them. It is not just Katie. It is Tom and Katie. They are toxic together. But girl, this was the messiest of the mess. This group is so ratchet. They are so tacky. This is such good TV, man. Bravo know what they doing. After this whole debacle, Sorry, I'm eating oatmeal. Still sick. Kristen talks to Ariana and Sheena about it, and she's just like, telling her side of the story, which is always fabricated. And then Ariana, who I was a little perturbed with, is just like, oh, so they finally found a root. And then she's just like, well, I can understand if Katie is being upset if Tom cheated on her. You are a groomsman. Don't you ever agree with them heifers. You know they are all horrible. Don't do it, Ariana. We like you. Do not go over to that side of evil. Leave them girls alone. They are messy. Anyway, then it all goes back to the hotel room. And Carter, this is what you should have a problem with. The girls are all in the room, and the only dude there is you and your sorry behind. You have to take your place as the man in a relationship and stop being this punk for Kristen. You know what? Maybe Kristen's she's a very, she's a dominant personality. She's a dom in the relationship. So she always has to find men that she could, basically bent over. You know what I mean? Like she's the dom. So it makes a lot of sense. She's only the dom in relationships concerning men. She's not the dom in relationships with women, because as much as she wants to bend Stassi over, she can't do it. She cannot do it. And then Kristen starts to discuss the issues back in the room with all the girls. She starts to, tell the group about what's going on, what she did. And Katie is like defending it, and she's just like, oh, I don't agree with when she said it, but I understand that she had good intentions. What kind of friends are you? Because let me tell you something. My friends couldn't roll up to my dude and cuss him out. The only way I would ever give my friends leeway if it's like, I don't want to be this ignorant, but they're like, oh my goodness, he blacked my eye. Then my friends are going over his house and trying to run him over, something like that. But the women in this group are allowed to walk overtime, and I just don't understand that. You respect my daddy. You do not. Daddy, what? I have got to stop watching. So I have been in like a 90s music week. So I've been watching like a lot of old school like 90s videos, and it was a lot of daddy going on back in the 90s, like in 90s R&B. So all of a sudden, like, daddy is a part of my vocabulary. Forgive me. But I'm just saying, you couldn't talk to my dude like that. And it's so sad that everybody knows that Katie walks overtime, so everybody else does it, because he's just not respected in this group. It's just so pathetic. And then, did you clock this tea? Stassi was just like, I don't understand what's going on. And then when Katie revealed that she had an issue with that, she was like, oh, I had no idea that was the issue. It all makes sense. And Katie was just like, well, yeah, we weren't friends when it all came out. That did something to Stassi, because if you could see her reaction, she was trying to hold it together, but she felt some sort of way. She also felt a certain way that Kristen knew about something that she did not know, because regardless if her and Katie fell out, Stassi still feels like she is number one bestie. And she has a problem that not only does Kristen know something that she doesn't know, but she went to go handle it like Stassi probably would have. I'm telling you right now, mark this review, mark my words, Stassi and Kristen are going to fall out again. Please believe it, because now it's a fight. Kristen is third witch in charge. Stassi is second. Stassi gonna claim that crown back, I hope. I don't like seeing her play second fiddle to Katie. But there's going to be a power struggle, because Kristen is going to want to stay in like a power position within this group. And let me tell you something, once Stassi get on her feet, they all gonna have to bow down. That's just how she operates. She's only operating like this right now because her heart is broken from, what's that guy, Chase, Mace? Something Caucasian. So after all this, we go back to the room, and Tom, who knew that strawberries and cream oatmeal would just be so fulfilling? Especially when you get over. I'm telling you, strawberries and cream really helps break down the phlegm in your system after a cold or a flu. Sorry for grossing you out. Anyway, Tom, we got back to the room where the boys are, and Tom is just like, forget Katie, I'm over her, I'm not marrying her. And eventually they do get married, but guys, this is so toxic. I couldn't be friends with them, because I would be depressed all the time. Like, this is not where you're supposed to be right before you walk down the aisle, which is why everybody thinks that they're going to end in divorce. We don't want that to happen, Katie. We don't. We want you guys to have a healthy, happy marriage, but it just seems so doomed Anyway, that's where the episode ends. We're going to get more of this Tom cheated or didn't cheat drama or whatever. But I don't even care about that. The only thing I care about is he's a battered wife. Boom, kick open the door, and I think Tom's like sitting on the toilet looking crazy. This show is so messy. Andy Cohen, you are a genius. See you next week, guys.